Well, today I was planning on doing a little bit of fun stuff. Remember fun? Remember when we got to work on the Dirty Dozen instead of having to fix something all the time? Yeah, I had pulled this over into the other bay because I told Noah there's something I wanted to do with it. And, but I can't even, I just can't, I, I just can't get ahead. What am I talking about? I can't even catch up, much less get ahead. Wound up running around town all morning. I had a bunch of stuff to do, and I picked up those heads from the machine shop. Boy, they've gotten expensive just to check for cracks and run it across a belt sander. Man, outrageous. But yeah, I got this thing makes a loud popping sound when you put it in reverse and back up, or and I think it does it again when you start to go forward. There's something in the front end that's breaking in half, and which doesn't surprise me because this thing breaks in half a lot, and I just keep reinforcing it. Years ago, me and old Danny Brown put this channel iron on there and keep the thing. It would keep it from breaking in half here, and it was starting to break in half, and then it's broken half here. So I welded these gussets in there and got it stiffened up again. But yeah, there's something up in the front that's breaking in half now, I think, and I need to get the Dirty Dozen out and get it on the lift and take a look at this thing. But before I do that, I got to get that red truck in the other bay over there and work on that door, because Harmon's coming up to do some body work on that cab tomorrow. And when Noah and I put that door on there, it didn't fit up very good. And we bolted it up and then closed the door, and then it wouldn't open without catching on the fender, and kind of messed that up. But the whole thing's got to be painted anyway. So anyway, I've got to get that in there and get some shims in that, on those door hinges, and get that fitting up better, because Harmon's coming up to work on it. He'll be here at 7 o'clock in the morning to start working on that cab. So I got to have that ready. My friend Webb is coming over tomorrow. Well, he's in town tonight, coming over from Bremerton. He's the one that brought me that sign right there. He had a friend of his water jet that out for me. And he brought me a whole bunch of stuff, like that foghorn off a Submarine right there. Some people corrected me and called that a ship's whistle. Okay, whatever. I don't know nothing about no submarines. So, yeah, I guess the first thing I need to do is get that red truck in here and get that door. Try to get it fitting up better, because that's kind of priority. Because Harmon will be here in the morning. So then after I get that done, I can back that Dirty Dozen out and start investigating what's breaking in half on that thing. Boy, we're busy, ain't we? I'm gonna have to go back to work just so I can get some rest. You know, I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's gonna happen next around here.
And we're gonna shoot over and pick up old Waylon wire over there. He does some cool stuff, rat rods, hot rods. So Waylon, let's see if that V12 doesn't burn out, or maybe you got something else. I don't know.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rods. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Come on. A little cold-blooded. Boy, it's getting pretty congested around here. But I got a couple rigs that are going to go bye-bye here pretty soon. Kind of sentimental about these old rigs, but you know, I can't drive them all and can't maintain them all, and I ain't gonna live forever, so somebody needs to enjoy them like I have. lots of room. Get this driver's side plenty of exposure. Something like that. That ought to work. That don't sound good. Well, that has gone from a popping noise to a grinding noise. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe the CV joints coming apart, or maybe the axle's about ready to fall out of the thing or something. I don't know. It sounds like it needs some attention. I'm thinking quite possibly transfer case going out on this thing again. Quite possibly. Yeah, I'm losing my gears in front wheel drive, two wheel drive. Once it's two wheel drive, it's automatically front wheel drive. Then when you pull it up into four wheel drive, the rear end kicks in. Well, it's not doing it when the rear end's kicked in. It's not doing it in four wheel high or four wheel low, because that's taking the load off of it, I guess. So, transfer case. It's internal. Tank good. I just can't catch up. Oh. Well, no need to tear into it now because I got too much other stuff going on. Gotta get work on that truck tomorrow. I've got to ship a truck here in the next couple of days. Got to get that brat put back together. This is gonna have to wait. As Mike Reed used to say, doggone it any darn how. Well, it's early Saturday morning. It's coming daylight. Harmon's on his way up to work on that cab of old Big Red there. And that door doesn't fit worth a hoot. But, oh, Harmon will figure it out. Anyway, it's going to be a kind of a big day around here. Got that going on, and got a friend coming from Bremerton today and his friend, and bringing me some more stuff. Come on, Webb. Man, I'm overwhelmed. I appreciate your generosity. Oh, man. What do I do with my coffee? We need to go feed the fish. Good morning there, Bill, George, anything but Sue. How you guys? There you go. Breakfast. All right, hey. No bark. One of the shims fell out. All right, we don't care. No, we don't care right now.
Well, that's damn near out there already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it in the middle next
All
time.
right.
You want to hit it a couple more times while I watch? See, I can kind of watch from over here.
Yeah, we're losing.
Here, get up on them.
There we go. Yep.
You have to put that in there sideways first. Yeah, you got her. Go ahead. Get it. Wow. One more. Can hard. One more. That's as good as we needed.
All right.
Because it's even right in here. We need to tap that door in a little bit.
Yeah,
Tommy.
that drip rail.
I think
That
it's
drip
pretty
rail
damn
will
close.
take up the gap too.
Well, yeah, especially with that damn drip rail.
I ain't worried about it.
I think we're close enough.
We ain't going to SEMA.
No.
In Las Vegas. We're not taking this to Las Vegas. It's just my old work truck.
Yeah,
Harmon, I just
it's
saw
fine.
it.
Yeah,
but
but
it
we
was
want
a
it to
pretty
look
nice old work truck.
Yeah. Okay, now we need to cut them down a ways, about halfway through them.
All right.
They'll break off then. Ken.
Yep.
Okay, you got my coffee right here where
Oh,
I'm
I'm
at.
trying to be a good assistant, man.
You're a good helper, Ken.
I think maybe I could, another 30, 40 years, I might be able to hire out and get
There
some
you
work,
go, I'll
you
give
know.
you a job.
Somebody might give you a job. Yeah, I don't know.
Now you can take that deal off if you want. It slides sideways if that's in your way, Ken. Oh, there you go. Then you can always slip it back on. That's quite a tool.
It really is, yeah.
They come up with a good idea there.
Yeah, I gotta have a little.
Well, you know, just like that tool you made over there,
yeah.
people invent. That's where most of this
for
shit
your-
come from.
For your trades, you know,
Yeah.
you figure it out. We build our own grafting knives, you know, 'cause
Well,
you
yeah.
can't buy them for what you need to do.
No. Man,
I
got a little
have
hot.
to weld the hole up now.
That's all right.
I can do that.
If this tried to do about half the welding that you did. If I knew your welder, I'd weld it
There's a
over.
big joke about my tack weld.
Yeah.
My tack welds are about an inch
Yeah,
wide,
I
about
see
3
that.
inches long.
No, that's not like something I got in my pants. And like I say, just barely get it to weld.
Yeah, I'll be a little more.
If we, you know,
I'll be a little more judicious.
yeah.
This time.
Because, like I say, then you hit them about halfway through. Well, you see they broke off.
Yeah.
But that one, you see all the heat around it there. It's why that ripped out there. It softened it up. Here, let me get the plier.
Harmon had these little tabs, these little pieces of, I don't know, probably 18 gauge, 16 gauge metal, I'm not sure. And they were about 1 by 3 rectangle and about 3x3 square, and the ends were wrapped around a piece of round stock, and then that tool would slide onto that round piece, and then he could hook that slide hammer in there and pull that out, and boy, that worked as slick as could be. The only problem was old Waylon, his tack welds, was a little too much. But by the time I got done, I had it figured out. I didn't set out to be a body man, but anyway, it was fun working with him.
That's something I can't do, what you're doing there. I can't weld with one hand. I never did get that steady. I used to be steady with an arc welder, but for some reason, I just always, even arc welder, I'd rather use two hands,
Well, let's try that. If it pops off,
let her cool down, though. That's another thing we need to do before we get carried away. They're warm like that, we'd pull 5 or 6 holes in.
Yeah.
That's what happened that hole there. It was too hot, seeing it probably wasn't even hard to cool down.
I'm used to welding up my own holes.
Well, yeah,
we do that all the time in this old rusty stuff.
Oh, I've done her a lot of times too, Ken. When they sound like they say frying bacon,
Frying bacon, yep, exactly. You wanna watch it while I?
That's too hot right now.
While I hammer.
Yeah.
All right.
We can do that. It's too hot.
All right.
A lesser man would have cried when I touched that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a little more than lukewarm, in other words, right now. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, here we can be doing
I'm
something.
picking up what you're laying down.
Okay, where's your drill at? You had a drill out here somewhere.
It's right in front of your nose.
Never mind, I found it. Making sure that.
It's got a low speed on there if you want to slow it down.
I just want to see how that's going to act, if it's going to jerk out or not, while we're letting that cool off. Now don't touch that, it'll cut the shit out of you. See there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been around metal.
Yeah, I've cut myself so many times,
Yeah.
Ken, that
Yeah.
I'll forget and go back to rub my hand on it.
I have too.
We all have.
Yeah. Look at that.
If we take our time, I think we're going to be all right. We need to nub them off though with a grinder right now.
All
We're
right.
going to cut ourselves.
We'll buzz it off.
Here,
I've
why
got the
don't
tool
you
right
put
here. Right here.
Why don't you put a fitting on mine? Here, this one's not better. That'll work.
That's good right
Yeah,
there.
good. Okay, that's ready up there now.
All right. You want me to slide it?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. What kind of damage I can do.
Okay, we're ready. Just don't hurt yourself.
You get a longer stroke.
Yeah. It come about 50% already.
All right. What we're gonna have to do is just follow that down. Keep
Exactly,
moving that.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get my other ladder, Harmon, where I can get a little taller.
You got her out there now, I think. Now we need to put it right in here where that hole is. See, and you were worried about us saving this cap for no reason at all, right?
Well, I just didn't know. Right?
I'm
That's
glad.
why I asked you for advice.
Yeah,
you know?
as soon as I looked at him, I knew we were going to be in good shape.
Don't take much.
Now, see, we're not going to do any body putting until we do that other side box panel.
Okay.
We'll do all the
Do it
body
all at
putting at once.
Okay. Yeah, too many memories.
Oh, that's horrible. Like I said, the reason we got to weld these is because I'm going to have holes all up through there, right?
It's all right.
We're going to, and that you just want to bleep it. You know that yourself.
Yeah, I'll put a little tack on one and move to
Yeah.
another one and keep moving back and forth.
Skippity
until I get
doo
them.
all day.
Yep. Till I get
Or
them full.
skippity do all day or something like that. See, this son of a buck is in here about a good heavy quarter of an inch right
Yeah,
there.
I know. It
if
scared
we-
me. It was bad.
If we could get it
me.
out far enough to weld up and body putty, we're fine.
Well, you know, Harmon pecked away at this thing for about an hour and a half and got it pretty well whipped into shape. That's just unbelievable. Still got just a little bit of a low spot here, but I got to weld these up. And then he's going to tap on this backside a little bit. It's pretty good, but you tap on that a little bit more, and pull this out just a little bit more, and the mud's going to fix it. And he said to solder these and weld these. So that's what we're going to do. I'll stitch these up just a little at a time on each one until I get them all filled in and grind that down. And it's amazing what he could do in an hour and a half's time just because he knows what he's doing. I'm just happy. He said, nah, you know, I was afraid I was going to lose this cab. And if you have to change the cab, you know, I've been riding in this old truck, like I said, 36 years. You change the cab, it's just not the same truck anymore. A lot of people say, oh, it'd be easier to change the cab than to fix this corner. Well, no, you got to prep this whole inside. Imagine the time you'd have in prepping the inside of this thing for paint or that other cab. Now, this is great. This door ain't very good. I'm going to try and find a better door. But, yeah, I'm so happy. Didn't take him long at all. My friend Webb's here, the guy that brought me this horn, Submarine horn. We're going to attempt to have it make some noise. Put it on there again. Let it off one more time. I guess I'll have to carry a big hammer in my truck.
Well, we're gonna have it. What do you have to do, smack it? Yeah. Yeah, tip it up here, Jerry.
Watch your fingers.
Yep. There you go.
So it just vibrates those plates? Is
Yep.
that how it works?
That's it.
Wow.
So,
No holes for alignment, no nothing, just in
no,
there.
you just put them back in there, but, you know, I just buffed them off a little bit, but
Should I clean them up a little bit more?
clean them up a little bit more,
All right.
Probably.
Clean that off a little.
clean that off.
All right.
Yeah, you got some.
So,
anti-seize
I'll
on
do
there,
that.
pretty good.
I had no idea what was in there.
and then go ahead and hook up your air so it's sitting there hissing, and you keep tightening it, and then you'll start honking.
Okay.
And that's where you want to stay.
And then you clamp it down right there.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
So these things are clamped again. That. Okay. So they're wedged in there. There's not supposed to be any spacers in between them or
Nope.
anything. Nothing, just like that.
Yep. Can't get it to go every time. Fog foghorn off a submarine. Haven't got the honk on its own yet. Still have to tap it. I'll play around with it. Boy, that's pretty stuff, ain't it? Milkshake. Looks like when they make coffee at Starbucks and they put those pretty little swirls in it, you know. Well, that's where we're going to leave this one, guys. We'll see you again soon right here on Whalen Wire's Old Iron. And until I do, you know I sure do appreciate you.